everybody, and welcome back to what?
First, the women's got like this. Upside down.
Butt. Holding women's guy's butt. I'm so sad Jessie couldn't be here because I was going to give it to her today. But welcome back to Phoenix Wright, and we're going to go to court now. Let's do things.
I'm sorry, I just remember when you held it upside down. It reminded me of this vine of someone's like on like the
they're holding your dog's butt.
And she gets scared and she goes to like hold the dog for comfort, but she grabs it by the wrong end and starts cuddling the butt near her face. And, like,
and I think she even kissed it like on real face at one point. It was hilarious.
And then they're like, flip it around.
Mom, you're grabbing its arms!
All right.
It's beautiful. It's A+ content.
January 8th, 9:46 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1.
Yeah. You know, I'm actually glad Whimsicott's getting like a stress test drive via you so I can make sure it stays together.
Good morning, Mr. Wright.
Just rip it apart with my hands?
No! It will murder you. Good morning, Maggie.
Do it.
So what do you think is going to happen today, sir? Yesterday's session didn't go so well, and then ended on a giant mystery.
That's true. We still haven't solved a single part of it yet.
Are you okay, Nick?
Huh? Oh, what? Yeah, of course.
I saw that! That little flash of doubt in your eyes!
No, that wasn't doubt. That was, determination.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
My brain is automatically like have the door open and Sans walks in. He's like, hi, and then he just leaves.
I read it.
No, actually, he fucking shows up. He goes over to Maya, grabs a few of those weenies, stacks them on his head, and then leaves. And Maya's just like, yeah, okay.
Like, what?
Sounds good.
Why don't I believe you?
It's nearly time, Maggie. You better get going to the defendant's seat.
Roger! Don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you. We're gonna tell
Okay, Nick, you fuck it up. Oh.
Oh.
Hey, Detective Gumshoe.
Quit stressing Maggie out. She doesn't need that.
How did you know she was stressed?
I was watching through the doorway.
Oh.
Oh.
It wasn't Sans. It was Gumshoe.
You look like you lost the case already. Show a bit of confidence, will you, pal? Here, maybe this'll help.
Huh? Have you taken up aromatherapy too?
Not in a million years, pal.
He already knows 4 Pokemon moves.
Yeah. Don't tell me that you don't remember this thing.
How could I forget? Proceeds to have Nom flashbacks.
All centered around this one vial.
Come to think of it, that doesn't look like one of those aromatherapy bottles.
This is the small bottle that turned up in Trey's Bien's kitchen a couple days ago.
Wow, look at all these little bottles. The voices are back. Yeah.
Oh, the aromatherapy oils. He's got so many, they're overflowing onto the floor.
Hey, wait a minute. There's one bottle that's different from all the others.
Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either.
And it doesn't smell.
Excuse me.
We weren't supposed to eat the weenies.
We finally got the analysis results back from the lab.
So, what is it? Is it the poison?
I'm afraid not, pal. It's medication.
Medication?
Yeah, for ears. Topical use only, apparently.
For ears? You mean...
Yeah, it's the medication Glenn Elk was using for his ruptured eardrum.
What's Glenn Elk's ear medicine doing in the kitchen? Small bottle refilled into the court record. Refiled. Wow, refilled.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Their doctor just came in. It's like, I need to refill this prescription. Your patient's dead. I don't care.
I got a job to do.
I get money either way.
What about the unidentified fingerprints? Anything on that? Boop.
Someone screwed up, so they only had time to analyze the contents of the bottle.
What the fuck?
Another hour and they might have gotten something on the prints, but...
It's going to weaken its impact as a piece of evidence. A.
Okay, pal, that's it. Make sure your defense is impregnable today, got it?
Got it. Put on a condom.
Good! Safety first, kids!
I mean, we got all these weenies.
Maya proceeds to put a condom on every single one.
Oh no! Oh no! I feel a little bad that I contributed to this.
Don't worry, Nick. It's bacon flavored lube. They have that.
I know. Today's trial.
Oh, that's what we're talking about.
I'm gonna expose that guy for what he's done, or my name isn't Phoenix Wright.
You're right. It's Zeniope.
No.
I'm sorry. I'll keep doing this one.
Put the whimsicott away and soon
January 8th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4.
Get the whimsicott back.
Gotta get that ritual down. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Hello.
Ready and waiting as always, Your Honor.
Cup number 1. Very good. Then we'll get underway at once. Yesterday we heard the testimony of Mr. Victor Kudo. He claims to have witnessed the defendant putting a powder into the victim's coffee. However, the witness's testimony was plagued with a number of problems.
The mark on the rim of the cup shows that the victim drank from it with his right hand. But according to the old man's testimony, he picked it up with his left hand.
Thank you, Mr. Godot. Furthermore, according to the witness's account, the victim was listening to the radio with an earpiece in his left ear. Yet, the victim's left eardrum was ruptured, which made him effectively deaf in that ear. It's amazing how many contradictions a single case can have, huh, Nick?
Allow me to enlighten you, Your Honor. The world, you see, keeps turning, and we must turn with it.
You've lost me already, Mr. Godot. I give up.
Don't let the mysteries of yesterday mystify you today.
Okay. Sounds easy enough.
Only losers think like that. You've got to change with the times. That's one of my rules.
Are you implying that you've resolved these contradictions? You know the answers to these riddles.
The old guy wasn't just throwing seed in here. He was throwing us off the scent.
With those pigeon seeds.
And
those
today,
crafty birds.
I'll prove it. First evidence, pigeon seeds.
He just, he freaking pulls out some seeds and drops them like that salt dude.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what he's called. Salt dad.
The salt meme.
Salt meme, dude. I don't know. Very well. Let the first witness take the stand.
Oh. And you are?
Oh, bonjour, everyone! I am Jean Armstrong, the owner and head chef of La Tribulations restaurant. Enchanté. Hello.
That booty.
That booty. He got a booty.
Zoom on it.
Zoom in on it.
Zoom in on it.
This was not how I anticipated to make my Saturday.
The regret counter of Kendall Rock. Forgive me for asking, witness, but are you a woman? Oh la la, monsieur! As you can see, I am la party gentleman, no?
But I can be your princess.
Oh,
Snag! Oh! Monsieur! Oh, he's gonna kill us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
If he hasn't already.
Oh, yeah, by the way, I'm a ghost.
Oh, okay. On the day of the incident, you were in Tribulations' kitchen. Isn't that right?
Oui, monsieur. Well, with you, monsieur. That's what he said. Everything feels right.
Someone else is here. Wow, he's totally unfazed. Doesn't anything intimidate this guy?
Stalwart, monsieur. Very well. Your testimony, please, witness. Please tell the court what happened that day at Tribulations. Oui, volontiers. Oui.
Aw. At Tribulations.
When it all happened, there were just 2 customers in my restaurant. Two. I remember I was experimenting with some new art decor that day. Like having a large mirror between the tables, for example. Oui, perhaps that is what the old man was looking at. La cup, la earpiece, and la glasses. He would have seen everything in reverse, no?
mirror?
Oui, un grand mirror. La most enormous mirror. Yay.
Hello?
Okay.
Yes,
And
legs.
suddenly, the mystery disappears.
Oui.
Like I said, the world keeps turning, so roll with it.
That would explain the coffee cup and the earpiece conundrum. The mirror would have made everything appear back to front.
What the heck? It's way too early in the morning for this to be happening to me.
Oh, let me get you the oils.
Please refrain.
They will wake you up.
Please refrain.
Now he's back to not facing me.
They shouldn't be allowed in court.
Now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination, please.
Cross-examination.
Cross-examination.
Audio's still going, right?
Stupid. iTunes getting in my fucking way. It is.
Okay.
Everything's fine.
Just had to make sure I saw movement behind there, and I was like, Nani?
Nani?
The coffee cup, the earpiece, and the HMD. Let's think back over Mr. Kudo's testimony for a second, shall we?
The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the green lens. I lost his voice. What the shit? The lens of his specs. Ugh. I lost it. No question. There it is. You can lock me up if I'm wrong. It was his left ear without a doubt. I found it, and it didn't matter.
So to summarize, we were told both the HMD and the earpiece were on the victim's left side. Now, if Mr. Kudo saw all that as a reflection in a mirror, it means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side.
Exactamente. You see, monsieur. Now that you think about it, it is not so hard, no?
Unfortunately,
Not as hard as I am. I love that I can just make this super uncomfortable for
Your Honor, I did it. I'm guilty. Please just kill me right now. End my misery.
Give me the chair!
I'm sorry, I'm actually going to take that guilty verdict from you and place it upon myself. I want out.
Unfortunately, that's where we run into a monumental contradiction with the facts. If Mr. Kudo really did see everything in a mirror, why is it that the HMD is now on the wrong side of his head?
Oh. A crow got in here. Order. Mr. Wright is correct. If the witness genuinely observed the victim reflected in a mirror, then we would expect the victim's eyepiece to have been over his right eye. Oh, cup number 2. And Mark.
How bitter. Trite, you should have a taste of this bitterness. It'll calm you down in no time.
Please refrain. Are we talking about your coffee or something completely different? Because there have been a discussion of too many weenies this past day.
Oh! I didn't know that there were more.
Maya, hide the weenies! This is a dangerous situation!
Maya's like underneath the bench, holding the box just close to her chest, like nothing can hurt me. Nothing can hurt me. The thick box will protect me.
You don't understand the way the witness thinks.
How he thinks.
You remember this, I presume.
The I broke the vase, sorry apology Mr. Kudo's sworn testimony.
Exactly. The old man has very grievous habit, other than throwing seeds.
Ogling waitresses.
I mean, that as well, but there's another very grievous habit.
Quite a few.
The more of an impression something makes, the more muddled his mind makes it. And what's the most striking thing about Mr. Elg?
Clearly, it's the victim's eyepiece.
And that's my point. The old man strikes again. Mr. Elg's HMD made a big impression on the old man.
Oh, that's cup number 3 then.
I saw the earpiece and those newfangled spectacles he was wearing.
That doesn't sound anything like me.
Oh yes, they were both on his left ear. Do you hear? His left ear.
I'm impressed.
Well, Trite.
Ugh. That's the worst but best impression of Kudo ever.
Wow, I really thought he was old seedy for a minute there. That was good. I was waiting for the seeds to come flying.
And they fly out.
Enough. I must agree that yesterday's witness was irresponsibly rash in much of his testimony. Bad luck, Nick. Looks like the boil of a contradiction you found is just a rash.
What?
It's gross. I don't know.
A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seeds, nor can it lie.
No, but I can beat you with a mirror.
Your Honor, I'd like to file for attempted assault.
So, what exactly was the old man looking at?
Maggie's butt.
Yeah.
I mean, you're probably not wrong there, trite. Fill us in, Mr. Armstrong. Go on, tell the court. We're all ears.
Oh, oui, I can explain. Please, if you will look at the plans of the restaurant.
Oh, you brought plans. Great.
The mirror.
He just waddles over to like grab this projector thing, rolls it over, and is just like, if you look in, and like leans into every motion he makes.
Possibly can.
Lifting his leg every so often. Alone, is everyone sitting comfortably? This is when he drags it over. La mirror, it was in the middle of the restaurant, dividing the two halves.
That just seems highly inconvenient.
There is only one seat from which you have seen an image of the victim. That was the seat at the table next to the victims. That was where the old man was sitting. After the terrible incident occurred, I moved the mirror so it was not in the way. For their convenience. But naturally, I did not touch anything else.
Did you touch anybody else?
I didn't say anybody.
Goodell looks at Trite. We can end this right now. And never look back.
The judge just eyes them both and nods.
Mm-hmm.
And then Godot takes out his 7 cups of coffee and flings it at him, hoping to 3rd-degree burn him.
And Armstrong is like, woo! And catches him like freaking perfectly on like a fucking tray, like, yay!
It's like, that was my only plan.
This was my shit. I see no problems with the explanation we have just heard. From the table next to the victims, Mr. Kudo could have seen the victim in the mirror. What a naughty little coquette. Coquette? What?
Coquette.
Coquette, yeah. Coquette.
Flirt.
What?
It means flirt.
Oh! What a naughty little coquette I am. Confusing all the men like this. Oh, the men.
Don't worry about it.
This is all my fault. I was the one who started this.
I'm channeling you. That's basically what Armstrong is. I just channel you. And all your leg. I guess I should say I channel your leg.
We could keep up except for the guy breaking out in a cold sweat over there again.
I hate that guy.
You said you didn't touch anything else apart from the mirror. Are you quite sure about that? Volunteers, of course! I am only the naughty flirt, not the naughty boy.
Judge.
I can be naughty if you desire.
Judge.
Judge.
Very well, Mr. Wright, cross-examine, please! Now!
That's an episode.
Oh, gosh. You guys are either going to be super sad when Armstrong's gone or so fucking happy. Or there's probably not going to be an in-between.
No.
Why not both? Yes.
That's Armstrong's motto.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Why
is.
not both?
Looks at Wright and Godot.
Why not 3? Looks at Judge. I do not mind the more experienced.
Okay, goodbye.